Okay, today we're going to do a review on the Springfield XD series. I don't have a 45, but I've got the 9 and the 40. I bought the 40 because in the 2020 election and right around when COVID hit, ammo was really scarce. And I could find 40 no problem. I couldn't find 9mm hardly at all. It just got all bought up because all the people had 9s just rushed into the store and bought it like crazy, just like they did with toilet paper. Okay, so but the 40 was there. There was plenty of 40 around. So I bought the 40 and I liked it. It shoots a little snappier than a 9, but you know, the way that the system is built, the slide is a little taller. You get a really good sight radius, and it and by the way, these are unloaded. All of these have been safety checked, and they're unloaded. Anyway, they're very, very durable, dependable guns. Springfield imports them from Croatia, and these are old ones. These are Generation 1. I think they're on Generation 3 now. I personally like Generation 1, but that's just me, and that's just how I am. I like the feel of this gun, and I carry one. I carry in a alien gear holster. I carry a Springfield XD9 subcompact. Super accurate gun, and super easy to control, and not that heavy. So, and the nice thing about the alien gear is it distributes the weight farther out, so that you don't have just a boat anchor hanging on one spot. Okay, so we were talking about the 9 and the 40 and the availability. Okay, so I already had some 9, and I knew that 9 was, you know, the preferred cartridge for everybody. But I'm not really I don't follow the trends anyway. But anyway, what I found out, and this is a big plus on the Springfield, I can take this slide and barrel, take it completely off. Okay, this is the 40, and I found this for I think $250 at a pawn shop, and I can take this one and interchange them. So here's the advantage to this. Not only can I shoot 40 or 9 through the same frame, I'm used to this frame and this light, and I'm used to it, so I can shoot either one. Okay. 2, ammo availability. When 9's not available, 40 usually is, so I've always got something to shoot through it. And then 3, and this is a big plus, in California, and I'm sure in some other states too, when they register your CCW card, they register it to the frame. Okay? This frame, well, this one here is my registered frame, and so I get to count a 9 and a 40 on my card as one gun because they're using just one frame. It's the same frame. So that's a big plus, because if you're only allowed, say, 4 guns on your card, and you know, I carry the 9 here, so I can carry the 9 and the 40. I can carry the 9 and the 40, and then the other guns that I carry 2 others possible sometimes. They will take up my card, but it gives me way more options, and options are your friend in a survival situation. So, and lastly, and this is gonna upset some of you Glock fans. And don't get me wrong, I like Glocks. I shoot Glocks well, actually. But Glocks don't like lead bullets. Their polygonal barrel makes them super accurate. And with copper jacket stuff, they shoot all day long. Copper jacketed hollow point, copper jacketed regular. They shoot all day long, and they're very dependable, very easy to care for, and super accurate. However, you shoot lead through your Glock, you're going to have problems, and everybody that owns a Glock knows that. Okay, so let's go into Prepper Fantasy number 273. The world has come apart, and you're out of ammunition. You just have some powder and some primer and some old shells. Okay, but no bullets. What are you going to do? You're going to cast your bullets out of tire weights. They're lead, and they work really well. And I have shot them through the Springfield, no problem. I wouldn't shoot them through a Glock because it'll foul it, and I'll have serious problems with my Glock. And I don't want to waste a good gun on my stupidity. So these are all things to consider when you buy a gun. Okay, is it adaptable? Is it versatile? Is it dependable? Is it accurate? Can you get parts for it? And just how rugged and reliable is it? This is a rugged and reliable gun. I put this gun through hell. I put this daily gun, my 9 subcompact, I put it through everything. I carry it when I'm prospecting. I carry it. Sometimes I carry it and my 357 because 357 is real easy to shoot the snake shot, but this thing's good for self-defense. So I guess what I'm saying is choose your gun wisely. Okay, just because everybody buys a Glock doesn't mean you have to have a Glock. Just because everybody buys a 1911, I've got a whole bunch of 1911s, but I don't necessarily carry them all the time because they're bulky, they're heavy, and the ammo is expensive. 9 I can shoot all day long, and I can carry 2 mags because we're in California, and we only get 10 round mags because God forbid you have more than 10. So I carry 2 10 round mags on top of the one that's in the gun. So there's 30 rounds right there. California has no common sense when it comes to anything, but that's my opinion, and I'm not going to. I'll just put this here. I'm not going to argue with the noble state of California and the great Newsom Oz dictator. But I am saying that you should buy an XD40 or consider it before you buy a handgun. Because they just run and run and run and run. I don't always clean mine all the time. I don't always have time, and it still shoots just fine. And like I said, Springfield now sells this slide with a cutout for the optic. And it's only like $3 1/4, $3.29, something like that. At this point, this is August of 2025. So they may raise their price at some point, but it's a really good deal right now. You can convert your 40 to a 9 for $3 1/4, $3.29, something like that, plus shipping. And you buy a used 40 for $350, even if you had to pay $400. You're still, I think, Generation 5 Glock 19 is around 6.5. So you're right around the same ballpark, but you have 2 guns in one, because you can shoot both. When you run out of ammo for one, or you can't find ammo, you can go back to the other, and that is preparedness thinking. Okay, you're not limiting yourself to any one platform. Anyway, that's my rant on it. I like it. Hopefully you will, or at least you'll go look at it. Go down to a range and shoot it. See if you like it. Don't buy anything until you shoot it. Don't buy anything just because I recommend it or anybody else recommends it. Go try it yourself and see if it's a fit for you, because guns are very personal. Okay, what works for my hand and my eyesight may not work for you. You may have to have a Glock, or you may have to have a 1911, or you may have to have a SIG 220. It's a very personal choice, but you need something to defend yourself, and this is a system that works for me, and I figured I'd share it with you guys. In the meantime, Patriot Zero out.